And let's talk about it. You need coaching. You need coaching. And we're going to get into why that is, but let's talk about the ongoing issue that is the diet wars. And here's the thing, it is a blessing and it is a curse, right? So it is the diet wars. We talk about this. And we have to make sure we're fighting the right fight. Now, this diet wars thing is interesting, right? Because it seems like it's not that serious what people are eating. Everybody can eat what they want to eat, yada, yada, yada. But it is a very important fight to be fought because nourishment, food, nutrition is life. Nothing really moves, nothing happens, nothing really matters if we don't get that right. So it is a big deal. And it is worth the fight. In fact, it's more important than we even realize because there's people trying to work against overall food supply chains, the quality of the food, the soil, all that. So we got to get this together. We got to make sure we're fighting the right fight. Nutrition absolutely matters. And ultimately, this is a better focus than a lot of the distractions and a lot of better than a lot of the things people are wasting time on day to day and are distracted with day to day anyway. So this is a good thing. We want to focus on this. We do want to make this be a big deal. We want to make this be a big lifestyle thing, right? But part of the slippery slope of this focus is the info overload. There's so many influencers, content creators, different people talking about it. There's your doctor, there's your family, there's what your mother told you, what your father told you, what you grew up being told or believing. There's all these different things, right? So we're in a position where it's info overload, and in a lot of cases, distraction, confusion, info paralysis, and ultimately people just being inconsistent. More excuses for people to be inconsistent. More reasons for people to just throw their hands up and say, I don't know what to do, and just keep doing what they're already doing. So there's a lot of different angles going on here, but we need to focus in on this. And again, it is a fight worth fighting. And once we decide we really want to lock in on that and prioritize that, right? It's about what people are prioritizing or largely not prioritizing. So we do want to focus on this whole food thing, the diet war thing, but we want to be careful not to fall into these culty tribal groups of infighting within. Once you decide I'm gonna choose this diet pathway and I'm gonna lock in on that and I'm team this or that, and we got to get tribal with it. I talked about that in my last video. It gets tricky, authoritative on this position or that position, and we got to fight with this person or this person, and I'm a fan of this person and I'm part of this community. It gets tricky, right? And I understand it's entertainment, it's clicks, and people are making money, selling products, affiliates, and courses. I totally understand. I have things I'd like to sell myself. I totally get it. But it's bigger than any one of us or any, money people are making, for sure. All in all, with all that said, the average person does not have time in the day to parse through the endless amounts of information out there, the endless amounts of content out there. And it is true. The average person does need coaching. The average person does need to make some serious decisions about getting some coaching because, again, most people simply do not have the time in the day. So it's a fight worth fighting for sure. And you need to really get serious and think about prioritizing and investing in getting some coaching from somebody who is, gathering this information and living these lifestyles and helping other people do it all day, every day. Because you don't want to fall into the N of one, well, I've done this, so you should do this exactly the way I do it. It needs to be somebody who approaches it with a certain level of objectivity and says, okay, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen all of this from multiple different people, and I understand there are different approaches and understand that things can be tailored to each individual because there is, we're all humans, but there is bio-individuality and there's individual stories that people have lived their whole lives that are impacting their health and their fitness and their diet and their nutrition and their metabolism, right? We have to weigh in all of these variables. And it's only going to really take somebody who has that coaching understanding and that experience to really help walk somebody through that and have a dedicated bit of bandwidth to help someone else through that, because by and large, anybody who's coaching other people on diet, nutrition, health, fitness, they're also doing it for themselves as well. That's definitely the case for me. I'm always planning and plotting and looking at what I'm going to do to optimize and, tweak this and that with my diet and nutrition, my fitness regimens and whatnot. And the people that I work with and coach as well, I'm always learning new things. I'm always reading. I'm always pulling in new info, watching a bunch of videos. I watch all kind of different content creators and influencers as well. That's what makes me understand, like, wow, this whole fitness, diet, content industrial complex where people are profiting from this stuff is super interesting. And you got to be able to pick through that and get to, okay, there's some interesting things here when you can kind of put aside this. Okay, I don't want this video to be too long, but I just really wanted to get back into this thing of, hey, I talk with a lot of people, and some people feel like, well, I can solve it myself. I'm watching this person's video, I'm watching that person's video, I'm going to try this diet, I'm going to try this approach. Just get coaching. Just hire somebody. Do it one-on-one with somebody. 3 months, 6 months, a year. You get with the right person, your life can change. I'm going to come with a video. My next video is going to be specifically getting into more of what you want to look for in a coach. And it's something that needs to be done. So the diet war is definitely worth fighting. It's a better way to entertain yourself. Better than, the social media, the celebrity gossip, whatever, who's dating who's cheating on who. It's better than fake wars and fake political madness. It's better than all of that. So it's a better way to invest your time, because you got to deal with your body for sure. Some rich celebrity doesn't know you, doesn't care about you, and doesn't care about your health. So it needs to be that. The infighting and the craziness, I see how it can be entertaining. Conflict sells, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Are you getting more healthy? You are aging. Are you getting more healthy as you age? Are you aging gracefully? You're going to need the coaching. Get the coaching. AM1 out.